everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before I start, I just want to wish everyone a happy CNY. So this year is the rabbit year, okay? Anyway, CNY is about to end. So with all your ang pao money, where are you going to put them? Okay, so for people like me, it's like more like bank account depleting because I already married. So advice is don't get married, so you don't need to give ang pao. But okay, never mind. Anyway, it's about where to put your money from your savings, everything. Yeah, so it's updated from last month. So let's go. Okay, so the amount in question we are talking about is 6 months to 1 year of income in your bank accounts. Okay, so average demographics will be the same. Demographic 1, savings, assuming you're 30 years old, around 60k in the bank, spending around 2k plus a month or less, but card spending is gonna be around $500. Okay, so make sure you hit at $500. And then 2022 median salary including CPF, this one is according to MOM stats, is actually 5070. So if you deduct out the CPF, the take home is only 3,467 that will go into your bank account. Okay, so these people will not be willing to do any investments or insurance with banks because this extra interest rate that they give you is only for 12 months, which is very short-lived, so no point lah. I mean, insurance and investment is for the long term, so don't ever just to get a short-term interest rate hike, then you go and do all these long-term things with banks lah. I mean, if you really want to do them with banks, by all means go ahead, yeah. But I wouldn't do that. Okay, so average demographic for number 2 will be same, except that it's self-employed personnel. So self-employed will maybe spend more because you need to spend more on entertainment like I mentioned previously. So spending maybe around 1,500 because as self-employed you need to spend a lot on advertising, marketing, entertainment, so a lot of expenses, so maybe around 1,500. And then the median salary, we just take it the same lah. So self-employed basically you can credit more money into their bank accounts because they don't need to contribute to CPF lah. So they have more revenue, okay, take home for crediting of banks lah. So I mean, if a person is, if as an employee you're earning this 5,000, so a self-employed will earn 6,000 and then before expenses lah. Yeah. Okay, so same lah, will not be willing to do any investment and insurance with banks. Okay, last demographic will be for the retirees. So retiring maybe saving slightly more, around 75k. So because if you save for retirement, probably you want to have more liquid cash than the usual person lah. Okay, and card spending definitely less than 2k. You shouldn't be spending more than 2k a month as a retiree. It's quite worrying lah, unless you are freaking rich. Yeah. Okay, so around $500. Okay, if you refer to this page that shows about a household budget, how much you will spend is about $500 for retirees. Okay, so these are the banks in question. If you look at this whole chart, right, basically nothing much has changed from January, but I add in a new line, which is the trust bank, because some people say I should add in trust bank. Okay, so trust bank is only applicable for the first 75k. So without doing anything at all, it just give you 1.5% just by doing nothing. Okay, and then if you want to get the extra interest rate, you can make 5 eligible purchases on trust card every month. Then if you are non-NTUC Union member, you get extra 0.5, which make up the 2%. And then if you are NTUC Union member, you can get 2.5%. Okay, so there were some mistakes with my table in the previous video. So basically, if you actually do card spend for UOB lah, do card spend and 1.6 salary credit can get this amount. But then previously I thought that I knew it was not correct, but then I just lumped them together that they will get the same interest rate. But no, if you don't actually credit your salary and you just pay 3 bills using gyro, you get a slightly less interest rate lah. Okay, so this details is more in the last few slides later, which actually in my previous video I did mention the right way to calculate it. Yeah. Okay, so first we look at Bank of China Smart Saver. So if you look back, nothing changed. So actually all the calculations I just put it the same way lah. Okay, so basically if you trust my calculations, you don't need to look at it again, but I will just run through it quickly. Okay, so base interest rate, this is the base interest rate. And then if you do any of this wealth bonus or hard spend or whatever, you can get the extra interest. So based on my demographic 1, this person will only get 3.45%. So basically you do this calculation, then you divide, this is the whole year interest, then you calculate over 60k, then how much your yearly interest amount, then divide by 60k, that is the effective interest rate. Okay, same here, you do for demographic 2, and then see which thing they fulfill lah. Okay, so the difference in this two will be this monthly salary crediting and maybe spend a bit more, so more interest rate. Okay, next demographic 3, card spend, yeah, then yeah, basically effective interest rate is 1.55%. Okay, next is CIMB Fast Saver. Basically you will look at this because you will be buying insurance or investment, so basically just look at this row. Okay, so these are the interest rate, and then the effective interest rate for demographic 1 and 2 is the same because basically you need to spend $300. That's all. Yeah, I mean it's very easy to just spend $300 lah. Yeah. Then demographic 3 is slightly more effective interest rate because at the higher tiers they give you more interest rate. So this guy is 75k balance, he definitely will get a higher effective interest rate. Okay. Next, DBS multiplier, like I mentioned, this is one of the worst place to put your money. Okay, so whether you're demographic 1, 2 or 3 is just extremely low. Yeah, so how it works is, I mean if you have 50k, then they will give you bonus insurance of 50k like this. Then so basically if you actually only fulfill one of this category, right, so various salary is not counted as one of the category, must be one of these 4. So actually if you only fulfill one, you at most can get the bonus interest only on the first 50k, which is very worthless lah. So based on the calculation, these are the effective interest rate. Okay, next is Maybank Save Up. So Maybank Save Up is also very easy to look at it. So basically you need to come and see whether you actually do salary crediting or gyro payment. So as long as you fulfill one, you'll be getting a so you need to see whether you have 1, 2 or 3 licenses. So it works the same way as the DBS one. Okay, so card spend, so if you fulfill 2, the rest are like investment, insurance and borrow, so we'll just leave that out. Yeah, so maximum you can qualify is 2 products. And then effective interest rate as follows. Basically it's the same interest rate for demographic 1, 2, 3. Okay, or at because there's a base interest rate there, base interest rate, so basically everyone will get 0.95%. Okay, next OCBC 360 account, you need to fulfill as many categories as possible and then you will get more interest. Okay, so there's a base interest, then there's a depending on your salary, and then your, because this guy the savings amount is less than the other guy, so the other guy has because this guy didn't, no, actually the savings amount doesn't matter, so it's about this guy not having a salary, so the effective interest rate drops by quite a bit. So basically this person is only getting 1.2 plus 0.6 plus the base. Okay, then the other guy gets this 3. Okay, next Standard Chartered bonus saver. So look at this different categories. So basically like I mentioned, insure invest, we just strike it out. Bill payment we can do, salary credit we can do, card spend we can do. Okay, so the difference lies in this salary crediting lah. So for the people who cannot do salary crediting, they have the one less, which is about missing out about 2.5%. So you can see 4.13 minus 0.63 is actually 2.5%. Okay, so the difference between these two is mainly attributable to them. Okay, next is UOB1. So UOB1 just basically spend $500 and either make 3 gyro transactions, you should get the lesser interest rate. But if you credit your salary, you'll get more interest rate. Okay, so demographic 1 and 2 can credit their salary, so basically they will get more interest, which is the effective interest rate at 3.88. Whereas if you actually but this guy actually can get more if it has the top tier, which is the next 25k lah, because this guy only got 60k balance, so he never made it to this 7.8. So he's only stuck in somewhere. I mean, stuck on this 2 interest rate only. Okay, whereas the guy who is retiring, he just used his 75k and get all the top interest rates lah. Okay, so effective interest rate is not that big of a difference, 3.8 versus 3%. Okay. Lastly, trust bank, very easy. Everyone will get just base interest 1.5, and depending whether you can make the eligible purchase, then you get the extra interest. So whether you're union or non-union, that's the all demographic, you get the same amount. Okay. Okay, so we come to the conclusion for February 2023. So demographic 1, previously I always only state the top. Now I'll state the top 3. Okay. So even though I added in trust bank, right, it's not in the top, but it managed to make one of the top 3 lah. So demographic 1 is a normal guy that's employed. Now standard bonus, Standard Chartered bonus saver is 4.13. It's really good for you. Okay. Whereas next, if you actually don't really want to apply a bank for Standard Chartered and you already have a UOB one, then just go to UOB one, 3.8%. Okay. The next is OCBC 360 at 3.85%. Okay. Lastly, we come up to the second demographic, which is self-employed. So self-employed actually can get more interest than employed guys. So Bank of China Smart Saver at 4.35. Then the rest is the same as before lah. Basically, this one push down and this guy wins lah. Yeah. Okay, then demographic 3, the retiree with 75k balance. So you can see UOB again. So UOB is in one of the top 3 of every demographic lah. Yeah. Okay, then CIMB Fast Saver for 2.59, and then lastly, Trust Bank. Even at 2%, it still wins some of the banks out there. Okay, so 2.5 or 2 for retirees. Okay. Yeah, that's all for today for about the bank savings. So yep, so now it's only the start of the month. You still have time to go and inform your HR before they start doing your payroll. So please go and determine which is the best bank for you, and then even without my calculations, I mean, if my calculations don't match your demographics, it's fine. You can still go through the list, go through the table, and see how each bank will fit you better. Okay, then you come out with your own top bank. Okay, of course you have to do some calculations, and I mean, it's not easy to do calculation. Nobody said that money comes easy, right? So definitely earning all this interest doesn't come easy as well. It's you have some work to do lah. Yeah. Okay, so that's the end for today. Wish everyone a happy Lunar New Year and wish everyone heng on huat lah. Yeah. Okay, that's all for today. Bye bye. Please remember to help and to like and subscribe. Bye.